Hello students and welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Pooja Malhotra, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Dayal Singh College, Karnal. Today we are going to discuss the topic International Recruitment from the paper International Human Resource Management. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept of international recruitment, understand the sources of international recruitment, and you will be able to know about the various techniques of international recruitment. So, let us start with the introduction. Recruitment is an important aspect of human resource management. In present competitive business scenario, employees with required educational and technical skills, knowledge and attitude prove to be an asset of the company and contribute in enhancing the efficiency of the organization. So, the first step in selection of right candidates is recruitment. Now, what is recruitment? Recruitment is the process of exploring prospective employees and motivating them to apply for the jobs in the organization. We can also define recruitment in the words of Yoder. Recruitment is the process to discover the sources of manpower to meet the requirements of the staffing schedule and to employ effective measures for attracting the manpower in adequate numbers to facilitate effective selection of an efficient working force. Now, what is international recruitment? In case of an organization operating at international level, the recruitment strategy becomes very important and crucial. This type of organization may be either multinational company or domestic company which is operating at international level. These organizations devise their human resource management policies and practices from international point of view. These companies locate their prospective employees from within the country of operation and outside the country. They recruit certain prospective employees internationally if they fail to procure them in the country of operation. Hence, multinational companies and their subsidiaries recruit three types of prospective employees, that is the parent country nationals, host country nationals and other country nationals. Thus, the companies involved in international human resource management recruit nationals as well as expatriates. Let us discuss the sources of international recruitment. The sources of recruitment for the companies involving international human resource management can be categorized under two levels. One is the macro level and micro level. Macro level means the countries from which the human resources are sourced, and the micro level which include the institutional sources within a country from which the human resources are sourced. Now, the macro level sources. Recruitment sources at macro level are of four main types. One is ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric and the last is geocentric. So, the first one is ethnocentric approach or also known as parent country nationals. Under ethnocentric approach, the multinational companies source human resources for their subsidiaries from the parent country nationals, that is the home country. Now, what are the reasons to prefer ethnocentric approach? There are certain reasons why the MNCs prefer parent country nationals or ethnocentric approach. First one is lack of qualified people in host countries, particularly the developing countries. Secondly, availability of trained and qualified people at lesser cost in home countries. Then high cost of host country nationals for certain categories of employees, particularly in advanced countries like USA, UK or Japan, etc. Next is the parent country nationals are more committed towards achievement of the company's objectives and strategies than the other country nationals. And the parent country nationals also have high sense of belongingness towards the country than the nationals of other countries. Now, where does this ethnocentric approach suits? During the initial stages of establishment of subsidiary, non-availability of technical and managerial skills in host country, or when there is greater need of maintaining close communication and coordination with head office, or high cost of human resources in host country as compared to home country, or when there is a need to maintain secrecies in top management decisions. So, in all these cases ethnocentric approach is adopted. Now, what are the advantages of using this ethnocentric or parent country nationals approach? First of all, because the familiarity of parent country nationals with goals, strategies, policies, etc. of the company, the MNCs prefer parent country nationals. Secondly, parent country nationals or PCNs, they are more familiar and knowledgeable about the company's products, technologies, customer needs and problems. Then the close personal network of PCNs or parent country nationals with head office employees, with which they can get the things and facilities of head office with easily. Close communication and coordination of parent country nationals with headquarters, and home nationals are less costly as compared to host country nationals. Now, let us discuss the disadvantages of ethnocentric or parent country nationals approach. First one is, due to diversity in cultures across countries, it may become difficult or even time consuming process for parent country nationals to understand and manage the host country consumers and their needs. Secondly, no opportunity is given to host country nationals to get better jobs or positions. Then, underemployment of host countries employees due to this approach. Next, morale and loyalty of host country nationals is reduced towards MNCs. MNC may fail to get the advantage of best human talent worldwide. Poor adaptation and lack of effectiveness of home country nationals in host countries to understand the local culture and consumer, or high salaries are paid to home country nationals, so this increases the cost of doing business in foreign countries. Lack of understanding and coordination amongst host country nationals and home country nationals employed in subsidiary. It may result into organizational conflicts also. Sometimes host country nationals are demotivated when they compare their job designations and remunerations with parent country nationals. Stereotype or same decisions are made for subsidiaries by the parent country nationals, hence MNCs fail to get broad based decisions. Lastly, the parent country nationals try to impose their own culture in the host country, which may not be acceptable by the host country nationals. The next approach is polycentric approach. Under polycentric approach, each subsidiary is treated as an independent company. Under polycentric approach, MNCs prefer to source human resources from host country for its all positions. It provides various training and development programs for the development of the employees of the subsidiary to be provided by the home country nationals. Now, what are the reasons to prefer polycentric approach? MNCs source prospective employees for their subsidiaries from host country nationals due to various reasons, like MNCs may have the policy to develop host country nationals. When MNCs feel the responsibility to serve the society and country where subsidiary is located. Secondly, to lower the cost of personnel due to high cost of parent country nationals or expatriates as compared to host country nationals. It may be due to closeness of host country nationals with local culture or due to adoption of the concept of glocalization, which means think globally and act locally, that is the companies formulate global policies and strategies and implement these policies and strategies according to the local conditions. Now, the suitability of this polycentric approach. During the growth stage of the subsidiary, or if the host country is rich in expert human resources like software professionals in India or electronic professionals in Japan, in such a case the host country nationals can be recruited even during the early stage of the subsidiary. When the host country nationals are having required technical and managerial skills to perform their duties in the subsidiary, when there is lot of diversity in culture, customs, language, consumer behavior and ways of doing business in host country, or when the cost of home country nationals is very high, that can increase the cost of human resources in subsidiary, or when the headquarter does not have enough of employees having required technical or managerial skills for the subsidiary, or if there are requirements from the government of host country to employ nationals of host country. So, in all such cases nationals of host country are employed. Now, what are the advantages of this polycentric approach? First of all, the host country nationals are less costly as compared to home country nationals. Host country nationals are well averse with the country's business environment, which includes its culture, customs, language, government policies and procedures, market conditions, consumer behavior, etc. Hence, the policies and strategies are framed for the subsidiary accordingly. If the MNCs have entered the host country by acquiring an existing company in the host country, then the employees of the acquired company can do the jobs more efficiently than the parent country nationals, as they have the required skills and are well averse with the existing business practices. The morale level of host country nationals is accelerated and they are more satisfied and loyal towards their company. Now, there are certain disadvantages of polycentric approach. First of all, there may be lack of coordination between employees of subsidiary and headquarters, as the polycentric approach makes a subsidiary as an independent unit. The employees of host country will not be able to get the opportunity to learn the organizational and work culture of headquarters. The promotional opportunities will be limited both at headquarters and subsidiaries. Employees of both headquarters and subsidiaries will not have the feeling of working in a single company, and it also limits the mobility of employees within subsidiary as well as headquarters. Next approach is geocentric approach. Under this approach, MNCs sources the human resources from the countries within the region in which the subsidiary is located. Now, what are the reasons to adopt regiocentric approach? Due to non-availability or lack of qualified employees in the host country, the companies may adopt regiocentric approach. Nationals of neighboring countries possess more or less similar cultural values, customs or language, etc. Due to lower cost of qualified regional nationals as compared to parent country nationals, or more commitment and belongingness of the nationals from regional countries to the subsidiary than the parent country nationals. Suitability of regiocentric approach. First of all, where or when the subsidiaries expand their business operations to the neighboring countries, then they can go for regiocentric approach. Due to lack of qualified employees in the host country, or when the neighboring country nationals are available with high qualified skills at lesser cost as compared to host country nationals, or during the transition between growth and maturity stages of the company, it can adopt regiocentric approach. Advantages of regiocentric approach. MNCs can have various advantages by adopting regiocentric approach of recruiting human resources. Some of these are like less cost of regional level nationals as compared to parent country nationals. Secondly, employees from countries of the region are more familiar with the culture of the host country. More loyalty and commitment on the part of regional nationals as compared to parent country nationals or foreigners. It also leads to more stability in employment. Subsidiary gets the opportunity to explore the talent and skills of personnel in neighboring countries as compared to exclusively host country nationals. Besides the advantages of adopting regiocentric approach, there are certain demerits also. First of all, the neighboring country nationals may not be loyal and committed as compared to host country nationals. Secondly, neighboring country nationals will have to pay higher salaries and incentives than host country nationals. Hence, subsidiary may not be able to reduce the cost of human resources, or subsidiary may not be able to get highly qualified and suitable employees from neighboring countries. The last approach of international recruitment sources is geocentric or global recruitment approach. Under this approach of recruitment, MNCs employ the best and suitable prospective employees from the entire world. This approach is used by the MNCs that are operating at global level with number of subsidiaries. Reasons of preferring or adopting geocentric approach. With the adoption of this approach, MNCs with global business approach operating in many countries in the world follow geocentric approach of recruitment. They view all the countries as a single country. Secondly, globalization has intensified the competition between MNCs and domestic companies and among the MNCs. Hence, MNCs have to formulate most appropriate policies and strategies in order to remain in competition. They are in search of hiring best talent worldwide instead of preferring parent country or host country nationals. Globalization has increased the mobility of human resources throughout the world. So, there is no problem in migration of human resources across the countries that help the MNCs to hire personnel across various countries. Lastly, due to drastic changes in information technology and innovations in different operations like manufacturing, marketing, finance, HRM, etc., has increased the need of business enterprises to hire the best talent and skills. Hence, MNCs look for global sources to recruit the best talent and skills to operate most efficiently. Suitability of geocentric approach. The MNCs can adopt geocentric approach of recruitment under various situations, like when the MNCs are operating at maturity stage of product in which the MNC has been dealing with, or of the industry in which MNC operates, or of the life cycle of the MNC itself. It has to formulate effective and innovative strategies to win over the competitors, for which it has to look for the best talent. Secondly, when MNC is operating at global level and it has worldwide customers, so in such a case MNC require employees who are more knowledgeable than the customers in order to satisfy their needs and expectations about the products and services. Third, when there is non-availability of employees with required skills and talent either in home country or in the host country. Then the company can go for geocentric approach. Now, what are the benefits or advantages of adopting geocentric approach to an MNC? The competent employees working in MNC headquarters and subsidiaries employed throughout the world share and transfer their skills and talent to other employees of the MNC also, which results in human resource development. Secondly, MNCs develop core and distinctive competencies in different areas because of the best talent which is found globally. Third, MNCs can lower the cost by hiring employees throughout the world when required talent and skills is not available in home and host country. Then, geocentric approach gives more flexibility and adaptability to MNC in its recruitment policy. Besides the advantages, there are certain disadvantages of adopting geocentric approach. These disadvantages are, first of all, host country governments generally impose restrictions on MNCs to employ foreigners. Hence, MNCs cannot get the advantage of getting best talent at low cost for those jobs for which skills are available within the host country. Secondly, many countries lay down unnecessary and time consuming formalities, fees and documentation for recruiting foreign employees. So, these formalities discourage MNCs in recruiting employees globally. People from host country oppose geocentric approach because it results loss of job for them. This may create resentments and conflicts between host country nationals and foreigners. Lastly, MNC will have to spend a lot of expense on training of foreign nationals for understanding the local culture, customs and consumer behavior of the country. Next are the micro level sources of recruitment. After the MNC has selected the countries for recruitment, it has to identify the sources within each country selected for sourcing the employees. These micro level sources in general include subsidiaries, parent companies, campus recruitment, employment agencies or consultants, professional associations, data banks and internships. So, first source is subsidiaries. Parent companies can employ their prospective employees from their subsidiaries across various countries. This results in higher morale, satisfaction and loyalty of employees to the company. Second source is parent company itself. Subsidiaries can source their prospective employees from the parent companies. Parent country nationals have more knowledge of the products or services, operations and organization culture of the company, and they are less costly as compared to host country nationals or other foreigners. The third micro level source is campus recruitment. Companies can get fresh candidates from various educational institutes like colleges and universities imparting education in science, commerce, arts, management, engineering, technology, agriculture, medicine, etc. Most of the educational institutes provide facilities for campus recruitment and selection. Companies prefer campus recruitment for getting new and young blood. So, MNCs like Infosys recruit their prospective employees from campus recruitment from universities worldwide like UK or USA, etc. The next source is employment agencies or consultants. Employment agencies or consultants perform the recruitment functions on behalf of a company by charging a fees. Most of MNCs prefer this source for hiring highly specialized and executive positions. The next source can be employed is professional organizations. There are certain professional organizations or associations which maintain the profiles of their members and provide the same to MNCs on requisition. This source is used to recruit experienced and professional employees. Next source is data banks. MNCs can also get profiles of the candidates from various sources like employment exchanges, educational or training institutes, candidates, etc., and feed them in their data banks. Now, MNCs can use this information as and when it is required. Internships. College and university students also do internship projects in companies. MNCs can evaluate the candidates in terms of their skills, intelligence and performance and can offer full-time jobs if they are found suitable for the jobs. Now, we will discuss techniques of recruitment. Techniques of recruitment include the means or media by which MNCs contact the prospective employees or stimulate them to apply for the jobs. There are certain different types of techniques to stimulate the internal candidates like promotions and transfers, and for external candidates like references of present employees, scouting and advertising. So, the first one is promotions. Mostly MNCs recruit higher level jobs from the internal candidates by offering them to apply for higher level jobs. It is a less costly method of recruitment. Second is transfers. MNCs can transfer their employees to the places of their choice like in new subsidiaries. Then we can have employee referrals. MNCs also use employee referrals as a technique to recruit employees. In this, existing employees of MNCs, they recommend the candidates from their known sources or networks. MNCs also pay incentives to existing candidates for giving references of the candidates. Next method is scouting. It means sending the representatives of MNCs to various sources to stimulate the candidates to apply for the jobs. They provide information about the company and clarify the doubts of the candidates. Next method of recruitment we have is advertising. Advertising is widely used technique of recruitment. It provides the information about the job and the company and encourages the candidates to apply for the job. Advertising can be given in different medias like newspapers, magazines, televisions, etc. Next we can have walk-in. Many MNCs don't find the time to perform all the functions of recruitment. So, what they do? They invite the candidates to attend an interview directly and without a prior application on a specified date, time and place. Consult in. Many busy and dynamic companies encourage the potential job seekers to approach them personally and consult them regarding the job. Body shopping. Professional organizations maintain a pool of record of human resources for the potential employment. So, MNCs contact these organizations for recruitment. These professional organizations are called body shoppers and these activities are called body shopping. We can have business alliances. Business alliances like mergers, acquisitions, takeovers, they also help in getting human resources. Next is tele-recruitment. The revolutions of ICT, that is the information and communication technology, have also helped the MNCs to use internet as a source of recruitment. MNCs advertise the job vacancies through the internet on their websites. The job seekers send their applications through emails or apply online as prescribed by the recruiters. Next, we can have social media. Presently, MNCs are also using social networking sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. to recruit prospective employees. So, through social media, companies are able to get more detailed information about the candidates. Now, we can summarize the findings. There are numerous sources and techniques of recruitment available to a MNC. The sources of recruitment are divided into two main parts, macro and micro level. At macro level, the MNCs can source their potential employees from the country of their origin or parent country nationals or ethnocentric approach, from host country or also called polycentric approach, or from neighboring countries or regiocentric approach, or from the entire world, or which is also known as geocentric approach of recruitment. The selection of sources will depend upon the cost, time and availability of required talent and skills, host country government requirements, etc. And at micro level, from within the country selected, the MNCs can source their employees from subsidiaries, parent company, campus recruitment, employment agencies and consultants, professional organizations, data banks and internships. To exchange information regarding the jobs or to contact the candidates and stimulating them to apply for these jobs, companies use many techniques like promotions, transfers, scouting, advertising, employee referrals, etc. Thank you.